Hi there, and welcome to this FilmFest tutorial where we'll be making a spoken word video using Adobe Express. Now, if you're not quite sure what to do for the FilmFest competition, a spoken word video is a great place to get started. That's all you need to do beforehand is to write a poem. And we've got some helping guidelines for you. If you just have a look on the challenge page around this video, you'll find them there. So in this video, I've got my poem written. I've got a kenning poem, but you could write a different kind of poem, maybe a haiku, a limerick, or anything else really. And I'm going to show you how to take that written poem and turn it into a video that I can submit for the FilmFest competition. Okay, let's jump in and get started. Here we are on the Adobe Express homepage, and you can see that on another tab here, I've got my kenning poem ready to go. Now yours may be in your exercise book, or maybe you've got it on a digital doc, something like this. So let's get on with making our video for the competition. So we're going to click on the orange tile that says make a video. And here we are in the Adobe Express all-in-one editor. So we don't want these filters. I'll just close that down, and let's give our video a title. And let's start off with our scenes. So I'm going to need a title scene. So I'm going to click on the left-hand side where it says media. And then I'm going to search for videos. Now you could use photos, and you could even generate your own photos using AI in Express, but I'm going to use videos if I can. Now you could obviously upload some videos if you've got something that you've filmed, but the easiest thing to do, of course, is to use the videos that are built into Express. So I'm just going to search here for something basic, like maybe nature, and I just want a nice, plain, simple background. Here we go, something like this is great. These are great, and you can see as you hover over these video clips, they give you a little preview so that you can see what the video clip is before adding it to your scene. I really like this one here. So I'm going to click on that, and there we go. It's added it to my scene. Now, sometimes if you've added something else beforehand, it may just add it as a smaller video clip. If it does that, you can just click on this fit video button on the left-hand side, and it'll fill your scene like that. Okay, let's add some text to this first scene. So I'm going to click on text on the left-hand side, and then I'm going to go to add your text up at the top, and it's going to give me a text box. So let's put in the title. Now you can move that around. You can use the corner handle to resize. So there's my title there. Now I'd like to change the font, so you can use the drop down here and scroll through the fonts, or you can use the recommended fonts either by dropping down or clicking on view all to see a larger preview of the different fonts. And I like this one here. So I'm going to click on that. Now then, what about the color of my font? So again, you can choose the fill color by clicking here on fill, and you could go to more colors, pick a color from this palette, or you could mix your own custom color by clicking on custom, and then you can use the rainbow here and choose the color from inside the box, or you can pick a color that's somewhere else on your design. And I can do that by just clicking on the eyedropper tool here. Now, when I click on the eyedropper tool, I can hover over any color that I've got on my canvas. So maybe like this dark orange here. And there we go. It's set it to that exact color. What about an outline to my text? Well, let's just drag up the outline thickness. And it's chosen this brown color. I'd like to change that. So I'm going to click on it. And again, you could choose from the swatches, more colors, or you could use the eyedropper tool again. And what about picking this pale yellow up here at the top? There we go. That works really nicely, and I'm happy with that as my title text. Well, I need my name on this, so let's duplicate this text box. So I'm going to click on the three dots, duplicate. And let's pop my name in here. And maybe you want to put your school name in there as well. And then just resize that as you like it. There we go. Something like that, I think, looks really nice and classy. Bring up the outline thickness. Yeah, I'm happy with that as my opening scene. Right, we're ready to move on then to the first line of my kenning poem. So let's jump over to the Google Doc. Here it is. So the first one I've got here is shade giver. And what am I talking about there? Well, maybe I'm talking about a tree. So let's add a scene. So click on the add scene button down on the timeline. And I'm going to go to media. And I'm going to search for videos. And I'm going to search here for tree. let's get that text in. So what I'm going to do is go back to my first scene. So just take my timeline back to the first scene, and I'm going to copy this text box. 3 dots, copy. And now I can bring my timeline back to the new scene, and then I'm going to 3 dots, paste. And there it is, it's in. So let's get that text in. Shade giver. Maybe you want to move it around. Maybe you want to change your color scheme for every scene. So maybe the outline this time is going to be one of these pale green shades like that. And maybe the fill is going to be the color of one of these trunks. Just a subtle change like that. I've kept the font, kept the outline, but I've changed the color of that text. Right, that's my first scene done. Let's repeat the process. I'm going to go to add scene here. There we go. And what's my next line? Cloud holder. So this is talking about the sky, of course. So on the left-hand side, we're under media, videos, search for sky or search for clouds and bring it in. I don't actually need to go and copy because the last thing I copied was that text box. So I can just paste straight away. And that's going to bring in that Cynefin title text again. So let's just change that for cloud holder and let's pick some colors out for the text again. And we're ready to carry on. So the next line is speed maker. And in speed maker, I'm talking about the cars that pass by on my street. So I'm going to click on add a scene. We're going to look for cars. Or we can search for traffic would be a good one as well. Some really great videos here. This one's fantastic. I'm going to bring that in. And let's paste in some text, change my color scheme. And as you can see, that's all I'm doing now is going through the rest of my kenning poem, adding a scene for each line, pasting in the text, changing the color scheme, and of course, typing in the correct text. Okay, I have built up all of my scenes using my entire kenning poem. Now, the one thing you may notice, if I bring you over to this scene, here we go, you may notice that some video clips have got a little bit of a gap at the top and the bottom of it. You can see the white canvas behind the clip. Now then, to make it look more professional, if you get that, as I've got with this video clip of this dog, just click on the video clip and over on the left-hand side, choose fill video. And there we go. That's just filled that canvas now with the video. Okay, that was the only one that I needed to do that for, but maybe you'll need to do it for a few more. Now, one thing I haven't done at all yet is worry about the length of these scenes. You can see some of them are really long, some of them are shorter, and we don't need to worry about that until we've recorded our voiceover. So now, once you've got your kenning poem all built up ready, you're ready to add your voiceover. You're ready to read out your Cynefin poem. So to do that, just bring your playhead back to the beginning of your timeline. And this time under media on the left-hand side, we are going to click not on videos, but on audio. And we are going to record a voiceover. Now, you've probably only got your default microphone, but maybe you've got one plugged in that you can choose. If not, the default one's going to be fine. To make your voice sound better, a top tip is to maybe hold your coat over your head so that it kind of blocks out all the noise around you when you're recording your voiceover. And it'll make your voice sound warmer as well. So once you're ready, then you can just record the sound for your first scene. So I'm just going to say the name of my poem, which this time is Cynefin, and I'm going to say my name as well. Here we go. So I'm going to click on start recording, and it's going to count me down from 3. Cynefin by Meredydd Jones. And there we go. That has been added down in my timeline here. And you can zoom in on your timeline by using this toggle on the bottom right so that you can see what's going on a bit better. Now then, let's have a listen to that. So let's bring the playhead back and then just click on the play button here. Cynefin by Meredydd Jones. There we go. I don't need this last bit here. I was a bit slow to stop recording, so I can just trim that back. Now, I don't need the rest of this scene, do I? I don't need all of this waving wheat or whatever we can see there. So what I can do now is trim this scene back to the end of my voiceover. So you see when I hover over the edge, we get this kind of double line here. I can use that double line to drag that scene back to about there. Now, you don't need it to be exactly in line with the end of your voiceover. It's good to have a tiny gap afterwards. But that now is timed to my voiceover. Let's have a look. Cynefin by Meredydd Jones. That's great. Right. Now then, what we're going to do is go through each scene and we are going to just record that line of our poem. So the first one is Shade Giver. So here we go. I'm going to click on record voiceover, start recording. It'll count me down and I'm just going to record that and stop. Shade Giver. There it is. Now, you can see that I've got a really long scene here of these trees and shadows. Now, maybe the best bit of this clip isn't right at the beginning. Maybe I prefer this bit when it's kind of moving around. So you can move your voiceover to the best bit of the scene, and then you could trim the front and the back. Maybe you'll need to just move your voiceover around a bit more. But you don't have to just use the first part of your scene. Right, let's listen to it up to there. Cynefin by Meredydd Jones. Shade Giver. Okay, let's do one more. So I'm going to do Cloud Holder. Here we go. So I'm going to go to Audio, record a voiceover, start recording. Let's pick the microphone. And yeah, let's go. Cloud Holder. And again, let's just pick the best bit of this scene. I like those big clouds there. They're big and fluffy. Let's just trim that back. Trim the end of it. Let's listen to it. And try to vary your voice for every line. Cynefin by Meredydd Jones. Shade Giver. Cloud Holder. Okay, well, you know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go through the rest of my poem, adding voiceovers and trimming the scenes. As I do that, I'll be choosing the best bit of each scene, so I may be trimming the beginning and the end, or just the beginning. I've got all my recordings done, and you can see I've trimmed each scene down, so now my total runtime, the length of my video, is down to 31 seconds. Okay, let's just listen to it all the way through. Cynefin by Meredydd Jones. Shade Giver. Cloud Holder. Speed Maker. Sky Dancers. Laugh Sharer. Park Walker. Dream Builder. Life Holder. And there we go. That's the basics of your film finished. Now, you could just enter it like that and check on the rules page to see how you need to enter your video in the competition. But if you'd like to take this spoken word video to the next level, then make sure that you check out the part 2 video where we add some magic dust on the top to really make it special. See you on another video soon. Bye for now.